Terry just qualified all 6 weights for the Tokyo Olympics. Talk about what your thoughts are on your performance today, team performance.
I think it was fabulous. Yeah, the Fabulous Four, huh? How about that? No, we knew we were capable of this, but it's another thing coming and doing it, especially after the week they've had, right? It's been a hard week for everyone, I think, in the wrestling world and the whole world. And I think to be able to just keep your eye on and stay focused on the task at hand, I think was very important. They needed to be really mentally resilient, and to do that and perform like they did today was pretty outstanding.
Are there any performances or any moments that stood out to you particularly?
All of them had some great matches. I mean, they had some tough matches. I mean, Sarah, wrestling against Jess McDonald, I mean, former world champ, and really, I'd never wrestled her before. I thought she went out there, was really patient, and and then just finally got to her offense and got on top and finished the match, right? And I think our parterre really showed today, right? Some parterre skills, and really opened some matches up for us. So I think that was really good, and if I go up the lineup, Jakara just got her offense going. Sometimes she doesn't keep wrestling the entire match, and I thought today she did. She kept wrestling through the matches, and I think she could have even done more, but she kept the people off balance enough and kept her offense going. So that's a great thing. And for Sarah and Jakara, really down at first major competition, down a weight too. I think they showed that they can belong at these weights, right? Helen really looked like her old self, right? I mean, Helen was moving and flowing out there, and I mean, there was a couple times against Linda Murray from Canada that I thought she was dead to right, and she countered and ended up counterattacking and taking Linda down in 2 tough situations. But really, that's Helen. She just flowed into her offense and just flowed through the whole match. Had some great parterre skills. So Kayla Miracle, really just being patient, right? I mean, she has some great attacks, but sometimes they're not there right away. So just being patient through the match and letting the match come to her and taking advantage of it. So really just an outstanding day from all 4, and mission accomplished. We got 6 people going to Tokyo, so we're happy about that.
Coach, the thought process of having 2 extremely tough athletes, but down to weight, as you mentioned, Helen coming off injury. What did you and your staff and the individual coaches do to kind of navigate through all those potential things that could go wrong when you're coming down weight or coming off an injury?
Well, you really, you just try to keep the training plan as consistent and I guess consistent as possible, right? And not change too much with it. I mean, give and take where we need to give and take, but try to have some consistency in their daily lives and their weeks and months, because everything else is, bringing a little bit of more stress. So I think the worst thing you can do in the Olympic year is start panicking, right? And start trying to fit more into the schedule that needs to be into the schedule. And I think that we've just done a good job of really backing off, right? And having less competition and less of a lot of things, and just focusing on the process of just getting better, not just at wrestling technique, but for those girls going down, getting better at the recovery. I think the recovery today for Sarah was very important, right? When we were in Italy, it wasn't so good, right? And I think we figured that out. So just perfecting those processes of performing, right, and all aspects. So I'm happy how we're doing right now, right?
Speaking of performing, Frisco 2016 was a lot rougher than today. A lot of things went wrong.
Yeah.
What did you take from that experience that you maybe shared with these athletes for them to clean sweep today?
Yeah, it's a whole different team. I think we can talk about Frisco, but it is a whole different group of girls, I think, and when they step out on the mat, they had a different sense to them. I felt very confident coming in today that this could happen, right, and would happen. I just felt very confident with this group, and so really just staying calm. I think the biggest thing with everything that happened this week with the coronavirus and all the closings and everything shutting down, I think not knowing from minute to minute if this is going to go on, this event, and just trying to keep their mind on the things they could control instead of getting into everything else. I think was very important, and they did a great job with that, you know. So now it's, you know, now we're waiting and seeing when the next step is. But I think even now we got to take a little time, decompress, and then get back to it. But great job, and you know, we're on our way.
With the burden of qualifying those weights off your shoulders now, what's your focus as the head coach to getting 6 medals in Tokyo?
Well, I think, you know, it's first establishing our team, right? I mean, these athletes still have to, you know, we have to go and have our trials and see who makes our team. So right now it's still preparing every athlete, you know, for the trials and getting them ready to go and getting them ready to perform to their best. But you know, at this point we don't know when the trials will be yet. We don't know that exactly. So I think we need a little bit of time just to let go and step away for a second and just live life and keep our bodies healthy and you know, spend some time probably with family and things like that, and just, you know, get our priorities right. And then you know, once we find out more information, you know, then we can start building a plan. I think, you know, we can speculate all we want, but we're really not in control of what's happening right now in the world, right? And so I think it's just, again, staying focused on what we can control and put our priorities where they need to be right now, and go forward like that. So,
Congrats.
all right.